My name is Kayode Beyoku, and I'm here to answer the questions sent to me to be done on video. And these are my responses to the question. Question number one says, why do you want this particular role? Well, I want this role because I'll be very comfortable with it. I like humanitarian services, and then because of several years of experience I've also had in sales, talking to people, prospecting, cold calling, and looking for people that can be part of it. I feel very at home with such ventures. So I believe I'll be very cool and I'll be able to work well and achieve great results when I'm doing this. Besides, I like humanitarian, related adventures. So I believe this is a good thing for me. And until I'm told that I'm not qualified or I'm not employed, before I will put in for any other job on Upwork, particularly where I applied for this. Question two says, why do you want to be at Universal Giving? Well, close to my first answer too. I like Universal Giving because one of the things I've covered about Universal Giving is that you are worldwide, you have presence in several nations, and then being recognized and given awards by some notable bodies, and that speaks very good of your organization, and I wouldn't mind to be part of that. Besides, I feel at peace to work with such an organization. Question three: what does Universal Giving do? Well, I believe your company is a humanitarian company that you seek for donations, and then you seek for people, corporate organizations, and individuals to to venture into some of your humanitarian services. I believe the company takes care of things like in some places taking care of children's education, taking care of the aged, helping, providing relief materials, in some societies where needed, and things, of that nature. And I believe you have a vision to go worldwide to cover every nation as much as possible, and you need good representation everywhere. And I'll be glad to be part of your representatives here in my country, Nigeria. And then I wouldn't even mind if I'm needed to be anywhere else. I'm somebody who is free and I'm mature enough. I don't have, things to, I'm not more a small boy to be, have some funny ideas and all that. Whatever I do, I want to do it well. I want to make a good impact, so that at the end of the days, I will be able to point at something that, okay, this is where I'm able to impact some other people positively. Thank you. Then the next question says, why is Universal Giving unique? I think I've answered that. It's unique because it's a very successful and non-profit making organization in this sector, in this business, and Universal Giving has been recognized by world bodies with so many awards also in this regard. So there is nothing that can make one more unique than that. You are very unique, and I'm excited to be applying to work for such an organization, God willing. Okay, why are you unique for this role? Well, I believe that my life has been built around doing this kind of things. I've been involved in marketing and sales. I've been involved in relating with people. I've been involved in cold calling. I've been involved in development, product development, and things like that. And I also have some sort of technical, experience also, so that when it needs and administrative experience also, management experience, diverse ones. So I know that when there is need for anything related to either any of these areas, I will feel at home and be easy for me to disperse my duty, as well as needed. That's why I believe I'm fit for this. Besides, I like to do such. I like to do it. Thank you. Then the next question, which is the last one I have here, says time. Okay, talk about a place of work. Okay, time you are upset. Sorry, I wrote it down. Time you are upset about a place of work or a co-worker and what action you took. Okay, yeah, I can remember a time I was just posted, to a department where I work, and I was supposed to undo certain products, and I was supposed to relate with certain clients, big clients. Most of them are banks, some of the biggest banks in Nigeria. Not all the banks, some biggest banks were under me in my unit, and the person that was handling that before, I think he had some issues with some of the clients. Particularly, there is one particular bank that I remember very, very well, Fidelity Bank. At that time, it was a big client, but initially, from records, they were doing some business with my company, but at the point in time they stopped, and income from there stopped, and finding out they had issues with us. And from what I found out inside, in the company, I wasn't able to pinpoint a reason why they should stop. So what I did was that I found my way in. I got all the contacts that we were working on in there before, and some of my contacts too. So went and speak to some of the heads of the units that we were relating with, and I, from each of them, I found out what their issues were. You know, at that time we were selling certain antivirus. Okay, and I discovered that they had some issues because all these solutions also, they have their limitations. One might be good in one area and not very good in another area. So there were some areas very important to them, and they had issues, and our software was not able to handle those issues. So I had to go, and not that only our software could not handle those issues. It depends on the way it was configured and the particular module that we sell to them, because we had different modules. So I had to go with some of technical people at that time that were, technical on that, because I was the head of sales in that unit. So to identify their areas and how we could solve that. So, and we had to meet with them, discuss some things, pros and cons. And at the end of the day, we were able to win them back, and they still did some good business with us. So that's initially I was not happy that such a big client, was not doing with this business again with us. But I was happy at the end of the day that we won them back because it added to my own target. Thank you very much. That's the last question. I'm expecting to get a positive feedback from this. Thank you. God bless.